Welcome guys. So during the last week I've been working on this kind of new game mechanic I've been experimenting with, making the player able to draw objects that become interactable and active in the game. So we can do stuff like this. Now this is a pretty simplistic way of using it, but there's way more stuff we can do. We can add rigid bodies to it, we can grab it, throw it, whatever. You can make some kind of puzzle where you have to create a specific type of key, or yeah, there's so much we can do. Anyway, I'm gonna show you how to do it. So this full project, as always, is available on patreon.com, and all the scripts are also available there. But I'm not gonna focus on the game as a whole. The interesting thing is the draw function. So that's what I'm gonna cover for you. So let's jump to the meat of this right here. This is how it's done. When the user press down on whatever button I have chosen, I create a new empty game object. I call it the line renderer parent. I tag it with protection. I add a collider to that empty game object, and it's this method. This is how you actually add a collider. Just add component, type of sphere collider as sphere collider, and I set the radius of it. Once the collider is there, I set the position to the hand position, and I create a line renderer. I set the width of the line renderer and the start positions, both 0 and 1, to the draw point. And the draw point is just an empty game object that I have placed where I want the line renderer to start, at the tip of the finger. And now, since he pressed the button, the player pressed the button, drawing will be true. So now every frame, this will be called. So every frame I will reduce the amount of protection or drawing that can be done. There's a max amount in this game. I set a new position for the line renderer, because the line renderer has a position count, so I increase that and set a new position. I also create a new empty game object, give it a tag, set the position, and add a collider. And it's also important that you make the new game object a child of the line renderer parent. This way, if we add maybe a rigid body to the line renderer parent, all the child objects will also be controlled when we control this parent. So that's why I call it the parent, to make it obvious, and I make every new game object a child of that parent. So now we can add rigid bodies, we can make it grabbable, and we can throw it or whatever, just by adding anything to the line renderer parent game object at the very first call here. And this is how a line actually looks when it's drawn. You see the line renderer, and you see all the little colliders that were spawned at the exact position of the line renderer. You get an object like this with a bunch of child objects, these all being the colliders. And it's pretty cool, and that's all you have to do to use this mechanic. So, as I said before, the full project is available on Patreon. If you want, you can just download that and extend it by making new levels. That will be super easy. just Control D to copy, rename this new level to whatever you want, and once you have a new level like this, I have the prefab folder, and here are the cubes. All you have to do is drag them into the scene. They are activated. You can select the force, you can select the size, and you can select where you want them to fly from, attack from. And you can do that as many times as you want. There's no issues. If you make a good level, you can send it to me and I will add it to the demo in SideQuest, and I add your name somehow as well in the description. So thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and have a good one.